you're back for my autograph. Oh, I'm fabulous, baby.
Today's guest is a hot up-and-comer who at the age of 26 is preparing to make her Broadway debut as a star of Sister Act. She's fierce, she's fresh, she's fabulous, baby. Please welcome Patina Miller.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
It's so great to see you. I saw the show about 12 hours ago. I think I was on my feet cheering for you.
Yes,
Last night I saw it.
It was a good time.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Good.
I loved it in London. I loved it here. It's great to see the journey of the show.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You've been with the show for a very long time. So what's it like now to finally be on Broadway?
It's a big moment for me because I feel like I've put in all that work and all of those years of really trying to find out who this character was, and now I get to, you know, use this amazing script that's been sort of done by Douglas Cutter Bean, and I'm under new direction, Jerry Zaks, and it just all has fallen into place now, and I'm just ready to do it, you know?
Let's recount your history with the show quickly. You were first cast in the Pasadena Playhouse
I was
production.
in a tryout version as the understudy when I was 21 years old, and I did that for about 6 months. Took a little time off, moved to New York.
Wait, and were you on stage? Were you one of the nuns?
I was one of the backup girls. Remember the two girls in the beginning? I was one of the backup girls and a nun. Yeah, so, you know, I did all of that. And then I got to take on the role in 2008.
So how did this change happen? I mean,
well, I got to go on in Atlanta twice.
Okay, the show went to Atlanta
after Pasadena, and the director saw me in the show at that point, and they were thinking about taking it to London, and so they were going to do a 2-week just a reading of it for the producers and people to see if they'd be interested in it. And they did auditions over there, and they couldn't find anyone. And the director at the time, Peter Schneider, asked me, you know, what are you doing? What do you do? I was, I'm not doing anything. Why? And he sends me another email saying, well, we'd love for you to come. You know the part already, just to come in and fill in so until we find someone. So I immediately called my mother and said, he doesn't know it, but I'm coming to get the part. You know, I'm not coming to fill in. I'm going to do what I have to do and finally do what I've always wanted to do in the 6 months prior to getting that in 2008, was just to do it my way. And I didn't have to be the understudy doing what someone else had already done.
Right.
I could just create and do my own thing. And so those 2 weeks, I just did what I had to do and really just had fun and didn't hold anything back and just threw myself into the show and into this character.
is that the trick to sort of making those moments happen, to just really grab it?
You have to grab it, and you can't let insecurities or nervousness or anything, wondering what people might think, you can't let that hold you back. I always tell people, you only have this one moment to do your thing, and you have to go all out, and that's what I did, and that's what I continue to do, you know?
So you went to London, and you came back a star.
Oh, God.
What was it like, sort of joining an all-British cast?
I was nervous at first because, you know, I was this American brought over to do this show, and I didn't know really what the experience would be like. But as soon as I got there, they just really just embraced me with open arms and just, you know, just let me be me and let me do my thing. And they all supported me, and we really had a great time in those 2 years.
Yeah, I saw the show in London, and there were all these British ladies carrying on. I mean, people just went crazy at the show over there.
Oh, yeah. They went crazy for it, man.
Yeah, so what was it like for you? Did you feel like you were leading a star life over there?
Well, no, I was living a nun's life, because really I do this show, you know, at night, and then I'd go home, go to sleep, work out, go to the theater. That was my life, you know, so really living this star life, I didn't really think about all that. I just know that I wanted to do a good job and to be fierce for those 2 hours and 30 minutes, and nothing else mattered. So I kind of didn't really have a life over there. But people appreciated it, and they really enjoyed it, and that made me happy. So by the end, I thought, okay, I think I did something okay over there.
You got the VA nomination.
I did.
You won a What's on Stage award.
I sure did.
Congratulations.
Proud of those, yeah. Thank you, thank you.
Now, in the show, you play the former Deloris Carter.
Yes, Van Cartier now, as you know. Yes, Doris Carter.
So Deloris Van Cartier, she's a trip.
She sure is.
First of all, let's talk about I love the bag. For me, there's so much in that her pocketbook, her fringe.
She's big. Like, everything about her is over the top, you know? She's just fabulous. And it's what she sings about. She really knows that she is fabulous, and she's going to be a star. And she's going to make everyone know who she is.
So how much Patina is there in that sort of diva side of, because then Deloris sort of, you see both sides of Deloris by the end of the show, but how much of you is in that diva, I'm fierce, fabulous?
I think Deloris helps me to kind of be that person as well, because I'm a confident person, but playing Deloris, I get to sort of go to that next layer of here I am,
Right.
and it's nice. It's nice to sort of feel that confident. I am a pretty confident person, but Deloris is overly confident, and she doesn't care what anyone thinks. She's going to do what she has to do, and I feel like playing this character for so long has really helped me. Has helped me as a person to
Right.
an all-around person in situations in real life to just not be, a diva, a bad diva, because you can be that as well, but to just own it. You have to own it, and I'm owning it now.
Deloris she talks in the show about seeing Donna Summer,
Yes.
and how when she saw Donna Summer on stage, she wanted that outfit and she wanted to be Donna Summer.
Yes.
So what was your moment in your life? Did you ever have a moment where you sort of saw somebody or saw something and said, I want to do that?
Well, what I can say, it might sound corny, but I saw Whoopi during Sister Act, and when I saw that movie, my brother and my sister and I, we used to watch it all the time, and seeing her on TV, I was like, that's what I want to do.
So that's a real story.
Yeah,
That's not your new story for the press.
We would watch the movie, rewind it, watch it again, and seeing her doing that made me realize that, oh, I can do this too. There's someone who looks like me on TV, and people love her. I can do it. And then I started getting into wanting to be in theater and movies and stuff like that. That was my ultimate goal. Oh, I want to be in a movie.
Right. Movie star.
Yeah.
Well, that we got time. We
sure have time.
We'll get into that.
We have time.
So I want to talk about Pageland, South Carolina. That's where you're from.
That's my hometown.
I just looked it up on the internet.
Did you?
I just went on the Pageland website. And the town is famous for something.
Watermelons?
Yeah, it's the watermelon capital of the world.
It sure is.
So talk about that.
Well, if you're a resident of South Carolina, you look forward to every summer going to the Watermelon Festival. People from all over the country camp out on the street the night before to watch the parade.
You have to camp out?
Well, yeah, people camp out. It's our big thing. I mean, people they really go into that, It's like an entire weekend of festivals and watermelon races and
Did you ever do a watermelon race?
No, I didn't. When there's like a watermelon pageant, the Pageland Watermelon Pageant. I never had the confidence back then to do it, but I think I'd really be into it now, to go back and maybe do a pageant, maybe do the watermelon race, and really get involved.
The other thing I found out from the website, the local Chamber of Commerce website, is that next week is Pageland Pride Week.
Is it?
It's
I didn't know that. Oh my God, I love that.
So what are you going to do for Pageland Pride Week?
Maybe, I don't,
Be a Broadway star.
I'm just going to keep doing my thing on the Broadway stage and represent for my hometown. Yeah.
Do you have Pageland Pride? Was it a good place to grow up?
It was a good place. I had a really good time there, a really great childhood there. It was a small town, not a lot of artistic things went on there, but that gave me the motivation to seek all of those things out, So if I hadn't lived there and hadn't felt so, oh God, I need to break out, I want to do this and that, then I would have never found my high school that I went to later on. Mm-hmm. So. And
you sang in the church choir.
I did.
How did that start? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know.
Who got you involved in that?
My mom, because my mom, I come from a family of singers, and my grandmother was a minister. My mom was a singer who later became a minister, but my mother would make me sing in church all the time, and I hated it. I hated being in the spotlight. I hated doing it. And she would say, if someone asks you to sing, you better sing. God gave you this gift, he could take it away. And I was like, oh, goodness gracious, okay, let me sing. And watching the Sister Act movies later on, I started singing all those songs from the movies. And my first solo I did in the 7th grade was His Eyes on the Sparrow, Lauryn Hill version from Sister Act 2.
Wow.
So that was sort of my big coming out, like, here I am, I'm a singer now.
So you really were born to play this part.
Yep.
The Sister Act genuinely is a part of your life.
It is.
Wow, that's amazing.
I don't mind saying it. It is, yeah.
And you wound up going to Carnegie Mellon.
Yes, I did.
So how did that happen?
Well, I went to a performing arts boarding school, South Carolina Governor's School for the Arts and Humanities, where I studied theater.
Did you behave?
I sure did.
So that was your chance to sort of get out of the house.
It was, yeah. I lived away from home for 2 years.
Wow.
And that's how I found Carnegie Mellon, because we did the showcase at the end of our senior year, and I found Carnegie Mellon. Then my life changed.
What'd you sing at the showcase?
I sang at my showcase. I sang "Mama Will Provide" from
Love
Once on This
that.
Island.
Love that song.
And His Eyes on the Sparrow. I only had prepared one song, hoping they would not have me sing another song. And so when the singing teacher asked me to sing another song, I was like, I don't have another song. He said, well, what do you know? I can sing you a gospel song.
I know Sister Act.
And that sealed the deal. He told
Wow.
me. He told me like that really sealed the deal for him. So
I first knew you from Hair.
yeah.
You were in Hair in Central Park.
Yes.
And you sang Age of Aquarius.
Yes.
And you were incredible.
Yes. Thank
and
you.
I said, who's
Thank
she?
you. Oh, thanks.
And then you weren't in the show anymore because you had to leave to do Sister
I
Act.
know that was one of the hardest decisions I had to make.
You basically had to say, do I want to go do Sister Act in London or continue with Hair to Broadway?
Yeah. And make my Broadway debut. But you know, I realized that there aren't that many opportunities to create roles and do something, lead a show. And I said, you know what? I just have to do it. I can't do Hair. I've already done it in the park. The best way, if you have to do it in the park. It was a great experience. And so I had to move on. And this ended up being the right choice.
Was the tribe already that tight unit?
We were
And
tight. Oh, yeah. I mean,
it sort of comes with the show.
yeah, leaving them, it was like leaving my family, It was hard. And I love them to this day.
And your family wound up coming to London while you were in
know,
Sister Act.
crazy, right?
That was great. Hair came to London.
Yeah, and then my other friend Jonathan Groff, who was
Yeah.
in the show before, he was over there. So it was just really nice
Right.
to have all of my friends over there at the same time.
Now, in the Hair program, you were Patina Miller, am
Yes,
I right?
yes.
So what happened to Renea? Did you fire her?
Well, they fired her because they's like, your name's too long. You know what
Who's
I mean?
they?
Like,
The London Sister Act
well,
people?
well, yeah, it was too long. I couldn't all those names. I like being just Patina Miller. It's nice. Patina Renee Miller is kind of fierce too, but I can do Patina Miller.
That can always be like your recording career.
Oh, Patina Renee. I've already decided.
Oh,
Recording career,
okay.
Patina Renee.
So talk about the name Patina. It's a cool name.
Thank you.
Where does it come from?
I used to hate it.
Are there any other Patinas in the world?
There are, and I used to think that I
Facebook,
was
did you do some
really.
Patina searches?
Yes, I did. It was like clearly no one else has my name.
So how'd your mom come up with that name?
Well, all my children. She was a big soap fan back in the day, and her favorite character on there, her name was Patina.
Oh, wow.
And so she named me after that character.
You were named after a soap opera character.
Yeah, that I later went on to be a part of that soap, all my
Yeah.
children. So I thought, okay, all right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You have all these weird connections in your life.
Crazy.
Wow. Well, I look forward to Patina Renea's album.
Yes.
Is it
yes.
Renea? Would you say Renee?
Well, I say Renee, but you know what? I like Renee. I like the way you just said it. Patina Renee.
We'll go with that.
Yes, thank you.
Renea. I'm gonna.
I'll give you credit on that.
Okay, when you get your Grammy.
Yeah.
Remember that. I came up with,
Thanks.
Now you went up for the Dreamgirls movie. I read.
Yes.
You were up for the role of Effie.
Yeah.
Now you seem more like a Dina to me.
Well, everyone says that now, but before I had Deloris in my life, and I sort of was kind of just a bigger girl who had a big voice and who just liked to sing kind of shy and stuff. I didn't really think I could ever be a Dina. I thought that I would be, I guess I'm an Effie.
And you were part of that whole process.
Yeah,
the
they
search
flew
for
me
the
out.
movie?
Yeah, I did my audition tape in school. I had some of my friends do an audition tape with me.
Let's roll that video right now.
What?
The audition tape.
No, God, no.
We can't see it.
If anyone has that video, never show it. Jesus. The outfit was horrendous.
What were you wearing?
Well, I wanted to make myself look a little bigger, so I wore all these stripes and this really big. It was awful. It was kind of awful. But you know what? I was living in that video, though. I was living in that video.
Did you buy it at Easy Pickens? You know that store, Easy Pickens?
I know Easy Pickens. No, back in the day when, that $20 limit, that's all you could do. Please, Easy
That's
Pickens.
where Effie would
Come
shop.
on now. Hello. No Easy Pickens for that. But I did my audition tape, and a month later, they sent my university a letter saying we would like Patina to fly out.
Oh wow, that's while you were still in school.
Yeah, my senior year, the fall of my senior year, we'd like her to fly out to Los Angeles to screen test with 3 other girls.
Wow.
It was down to 3 girls, and I was like, okay, all right.
You were one of the 3 finalists?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what they said.
So it was Jennifer Hudson,
I don't know who the other girls.
Fantasia, and you.
I don't know who the other girls were, but I
Right.
just know that I was, because we were all separate. We all had like our own little team, and you know, we all did our screen tests and everything. And I met Bill Condon, and everyone was so great. I had a great time. And when I got there, I said, you know what, this is what I want to do. I want to do something like this. You know, I have to do it. Getting a taste of that, it's just okay. It really just put the fire in me to really do it, you know, after school. This is what I want to do. You know, I love doing this. I love singing. I love acting. I have to be able to do it. So
was it a heartbreak when you didn't get it?
no, it sucked because, you know, I went in. You know,
You did it full out.
I full out. Okay, but you know, it just wasn't right. It wasn't my moment at that
Right.
time, and now I'm grateful for that because I wouldn't be having the career that I'm having now had I done that.
So now you're doing the show at the Broadway Theater.
Yes.
And Victoria Clark is
Yes.
your co-star.
Who I love.
How's that going? You guys are wonderful together.
You know what, and what you see on stage is exactly how we are off stage. I mean, it's kind of hard. We were talking about because she has to be so stern with me all the time
Yeah.
on stage, and she's like, sometimes I just want to be like, oh, my girl, I'm so proud of you, my girl. You know, I mean, from the first time we met back in December during the readings, we just instantly clicked. You know, and I knew that it was going to be special. And so when she finally decided to accept the role, I just thought yes. And the rehearsal process, it was one of the best process I've ever been a part of. You know, it was so easy, and working with Jerry Zaks, and you know, he's really amazing. I mean, he's the best of the best, and I'm spoiled now, you know, and he's really brought something out of me, and me and Victoria both. So it's been really, really amazing.
What I love about the show is that there's a lot of craziness in it, but at the end of the day, it's really about the bond between these two women, your character and her
It's our
character.
story, yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry likes to call it the love story between Mother Superior and Deloris, and it really is,
Wow.
you know. And it's wonderful where we start in the beginning and how we end up in the end, you know. It's just really nice and really sweet.
Yeah, that's what won me over about the show,
Yeah.
the emotions.
Yeah.
Well, everyone should check out this beautiful love story.
Have to check it out.
Sister Act. I didn't realize it was a love story, but it really is. You're playing your first
Sister Act love
girl-on-girl
story.
love story.
Why not?
Set in a church.
Set in a church, in a convent.
Where else?
Hey,
Well, thank you so much for
Thanks for having
coming
me.
by. It's great to
Yeah.
see you, and I wish you luck with opening night and
thank
everything.
you, and I'm sure I'll see you again.
Yeah, you definitely will. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.